Kenya at 50 conversation now. Thank you, Smart. It's we have Eric Omondi, talent manager, entrepreneur, joining us, and Smitten. Are you smitten?
I'm always smitten whenever I'm here.
Yeah.
Sophia Smarts and Smittens.
Whoa! Yeah. Now that sounds good. We're looking at peculiar habits of Kenyans. Kenyan at 50, we've had quite some serious conversations, but this is part of who Kenyans are. We have some very interesting, behaviors, habits, things that we do that are rather peculiar.
Yes, and I like that Michael Joseph. I was about to say the late Michael Joseph, but it's Safaricom.
God, you just did not say
that. No. I mean, at Safaricom, this Mzungu was perplexed, the genesis of him coming here and then saying, guys, we just call at certain times. Like Friday, you just get this deluge of, overwhelmed network. And the Jungu wondered, why is it at 5 to 5? Like the Guinness had, it's 17:59. And then everybody is calling. Yeah? You want to hook up with Smart later? Why not call him 2 in the afternoon?
It's cheaper.
Yes.
Yeah. That's why. Because what you would find, even when they'd have this free or rather, discounted rates, times for calling, and then you call so much, so many people are calling at the same time that sometimes you actually have the lines busy.
Sophia, but
you cannot go through.
That's silly. I remember being called once that there are free calls between midnight and 2.
Guys would wake up to call.
What's that? Just how silly is that? Okay, I decide, it's free. Now I'm going to call Smart at 1:30 in the morning because it's free.
Do you think it's mostly people who want to Katiana either times?
Kenyans just love freebies generally.
Yeah.
But I would like to swing it a different way, if I may. It's only in Kenya where people mispronounce words very confidently. So, it's only in Kenya where people say honestly. Like honestly. Niko kwa jam, honestly, sikudanganya. It's only in Kenya where people say, anaendesha Peugeot. So hizo juices ziko kwa sachet.
Okay.
Peugeot, sachet, what do they say? Tortoise.
Yeah.
Akini tortoise.
Right.
Amazing.
And it's peculiar Kenyan habits. Let's add an S to that. It's just on that tag.
And I love phrases cuts on. And guys don't feel, I always find it embarrassing.
Yeah.
A phrase gets into common usage. It should become cliche within 2 weeks.
Yes.
But you still hear 6 months later, Ati Sophia, Ati niliende your date now. Or that, seriously?
Yeah.
Complete with that stupid accent. Seriously? Suddenly there's a katwang. Really? Smart? Really? Seriously? It's... Yeah.
I know, very interesting. But you can call in. We'll have our phone numbers on your screen shortly. They'll be scrolling down. We're going to take in your calls and hear what you have to say. Some of those interesting experiences you've had, one of those that stands out for you or that irks you or that you find very hilarious and funny. But let's go back to the freebies. I don't think that is unique to Kenya. I think people around the world, you want things that are cheap. Whenever you have stuff on sale, you have people queuing up, spending nights on queues to be able to catch it.
The Kenyans go to unimaginable lengths. You see every time in the news where a lorry falls off and it has beer. Then all of a sudden at 2 o'clock, you randomly want to drink beer that has fallen off the road. I think that's a bit weird in my opinion.
Yeah.
What are you doing with your life waiting for beer lorries to fall?
I'll drink beer, free beer that has fallen off. But we've had those tragedies about oil and so on and so forth. But I want to move it away from freebies to another very strange habit, know-it-all. This week, KTN did a very wonderful. I had someone praising Jichopevu. And then you've got this, not even barum pandits, people who just know what went down. Yeah? It's they were at bombers. You're saying you were at bombers.
Yes.
Yeah. But somebody just knows how that election was not rigged. Yeah? Somebody knows, and then they're blasting same on social media. Yeah, that's fake. They were there. Yeah? Guys know so much in Kenya about everything. especially political. We have a lot of political experts in
on
like
social
in
media as well. Yeah, it's true. I find that you'd see a lot of people just commenting and saying all manner of things from a place you'd imagine of authority, but it is feeling like, but also I find that there's quite some hate. People like to tear each other apart. Is that something you find interesting? Just on social media, you do something wrong and everybody's pounding on. Although I don't think it's unique to us, but it's interesting.
I think Kenyans they become very bold also, which I wouldn't categorize it under a peculiar habit.
Yeah.
I think it's a form of expressing one's view and the freedom of speech, if you may. So if somebody feels Smith has said something stupid, then it's upon them to, have an opinion about it.
Yeah, but most of these guys are like anonymous. That's what irks me. Yeah. And some of them are so idle on social media. There was something trending about you. You are playing with your cat. Yeah. I know it makes you slightly uncomfortable, but it irritated me to no end. I was like, that's so silly.
Yeah.
Someone was telling me something at like your friend. Yeah.
They're such idiots.
Precisely.
Yeah.
That's not being bold.
They are. That's idiotic.
Yeah. And then guys are lions. Yeah. Somebody, and then you meet them in real life. I've met some of these guys. It's not like Ngugi. Someone is as timid as a mouse on a wallpaper. Yeah. They are these packers imenyeshewa. They're just useless chickens.
I guess that
but
is
they are lions on social media.
Yeah.
Somebody is a tiger. Yeah.
Is that unique to Kenya? Actually, it's not, right? We have bloggers even outside, and all these sites and people. I think that is around the world. Human beings love to do that,
and especially when you cannot see them. They are the peculiar habit.
Yes,
they are the peculiar habit, which is very Kenyan. I see it all the time. Everybody is always in a meeting, isn't it? Like you're in a restaurant, somebody just picks up on it. Hello. Niko mkutano kidogo, si tuongee 20 minutes. Tuongee 20 minutes. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Nipe samaki, ugali na nyama. It's crazy.
My God.
Everybody lies about being in a meeting.
Yeah.
Everybody call anyone now
at
6:02. They just open their head like, hello, I'm in a short meeting. I have an early breakfast. I'll call you back. Thank you very much. Then he goes back to sleep.
Even when they're in a short call.
Even unemployed people are always in meetings.
Yes.
He's looking for work and he's a meeting.
Yes.
Even Concordis. Beba buru. Hello, niko meeting acha nikupigie beba. I don't get it.
Talking about that, also like say in maths, I find it like it's almost unconscionable how guys want you to know their business. That habit of talking loudly. I know. Yeah.
Because it's about money or some really, cool stuff.
No, especially if it's like, let's say a hot chick like you, suddenly someone is cutting some big deal, ati Ngugi, tunajua
ati milioni ngapi?
Ati mbili,
Oh no, they don't even do it. Hello? Sasa I told you to put 12, naeka milioni 8. Tutasikizana kweli? Unajua tuwezi fanya biashara hivyo. Ukiweka 8 najua umejaribu, lakini weka 12 ndio tumalizane. Ama namna gani? Nimeona 8 kwa account.
You forgot to keep glancing at her. That the guy is talking.
Checking.
No, it's not like we're in a country of eccentrics. The eccentric millionaire is in the mat.
I know, you're thinking 12 million.
Yeah, because a Kenyan gets like half a name. You're buying a pair of wheels.
I know.
So it's not an eccentric. So you keep glancing at that chick. You're glancing at Sophia. Ngugi. Now your deal, or meeting important people. Tila tunakutana na Sonko.
All right, that's another one. That's a huge one.
It's a huge one.
Kenyans love to they love to relate with personalities who they've never even met. See a chick saying, hello sasa. Imagine nimekaa, so Sonko ananiambia twende naye lunch na namwambia niko na meeting alafu mtu ananitap hivi nyuma kutan ni kidero, so niko guy undecided. Niko tu undecided, niende na Sonko.
And you're putting that typical chick accent there.
But waongeleshani juu unajua kwa wamekosana. Acha nimalize na kidero kando, alafu utakupigia. Hebu ngoja, ni kama Takarua ananipigia. What are you on about? It's crazy.
You can share with us some of your experiences. Use the hashtag Kenyan Habits on Twitter. I'll look at them at Sophia Onune is my Twitter handle, and we'll share them. But also one I found interesting. It doesn't happen. I have my phone here, so I'm going to use it as an example. You know, calling somebody and having your finger next to the disconnect button. So like just ready to disconnect that call. Like you're talking and you're like just
It could be because of economical strains.
Yeah.
But then also aside from that, even if for the people who are economically empowered, Kenyans have a peculiar habit of just never saying when they're signing off. You're talking on the phone and they hang up so unceremoniously. Or sawa umefika wapi? Or tawa napo ni sawa. Ulisema tunakutana saa nane.
Or talking with like actions, and that person can't see. Nilikwambia watu wangapi? Wangapi?
I remember. Yeah, that sentence finished.
Yeah.
But Ngugi, don't you find it peculiar that the same people will hang up unceremoniously? In real life, they'll take very long to go away. I call it the long African goodbye. That thing even as a toy used to drive me crazy.
Yes.
You're somebody, they have Sumbua the whole Sunday, they have come to visit. Say, say naenda. Tunajua nataka kuenda, and then the person is still there half an hour. I call it the long African goodbye.
Yeah. Otherwise,
just go.
Otherwise.
Yeah.
I remember just back on the phones when I used to work in South Africa some years back, and in the extension in the office, if somebody called your extension, said, "Hello, this is Eric." So like, "Hi, Eric. I was wondering when is the meeting for the board members?" It's like, I think 10 o'clock. All right, you're good though, brah. I'm fantastic. All right, sure, sharp, brah, bye. So they say bye.
Yeah.
Just as it would be very rude, I believe, even today for South African, if you just spoke and said, okay, tick, or not even saying anything. There's a way Kenyans do it.
Yeah.
They feel themselves that they're done speaking with you, and then they hang up. And you're there thinking, did he run out of credit?
And these habits are so many. When you said about being in South Africa, I like the when a lot of Kenyans are visited, even just one place.
Oh, yes.
You will never hear the end of it. I remember in high school, we had a reverend. I won't say it's high school, but this guy, Macharia, had been to Kensington, someplace in England. And for 4 years throughout, he used to give talks every evening for chapel reading.
Yes.
Say, when I was in England, when I was in England, so we had it throughout the 90s. 4 years of high school. In fact, we used to mutter it under our breath. You'd hear a chorus of, you'd say, when I was in England.
Yes.
And he'd just preface everything he says with, when I was in England. Do you know how long he had been in England? 1 week. And
it became the pivotal point of his life.
I met an old boy who was there like 10 years later.
Yes.
I said, does Reverend still say when I was in England? And we check out. He said, yeah.
At least the Reverend will say it with a Kikuyu accent. You find people going to Scotland or America for a conference the last 3 days, which is also a very Kenyan peculiar behavior. They come back and all of a sudden from Rongai, their accent has changed.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, am I going to meet you in town now? Or what's the traffic like? Really? You went on Thursday and came on Tuesday.
Yeah.
What happened to your tongue?
I know. And when they go to India, they will not come
not
with
the same.
Lee.
Or even Turkey. Oh my goodness, are you going to meet me in town? We should stop pretending, guys.
And I like it especially when it's got some vernacular in it. You know, praise kwanza, that one is with the ladies,
Oh, kwanza the Dramenya one for Kikuyu.
Yes.
Ha terere. Na Dramenya besha shigana. Besha shigana. Really? Besha shigana now.
Shigana. So it's bringing in the wang. Yeah, that happens quite a bit, I find, because people want that association, which then shows, then it's always a fake. It's just, you want people to know I was there.
Yeah, like I've been around.
Yeah, but
then you talk about the streets. Like, the thing about Washington DC, like especially Radio Drive. Oh my goodness, like the dust is normal. It's nothing like Moy Avenue. It's nothing like Moy Avenue. This government needs to do something. America is beautiful.
Earlier this week, I was at Nyayo House at the passport place, and there was a lady, who was just very aggressively talking about it, like, I don't think I'll come back. Like, I don't think I'll come back when I go this time to America. I've been there like 6 times.
Yeah.
She's talking to to some young girl who looked like a niece, who looks like mom too.
With a very loud
but
volume.
talking just very loudly.
Yes.
So we'll never get cues like that. Back in ATL, we don't have cues like this. It's so efficient.
You know,
Yeah.
preposterous.
But also there are those that stand out for high school. You know, like when guys were in high school and remember going for like trips and like maybe it's drama or whatever and borrowing. I don't know if you guys did that, but in some schools that has happened, you borrow everything. That literally socks zako, sweta yako, because you want to look, the best to the best. Like you're going out to meet this guy or girl. That's really interesting.
It is.
Yeah, they say,
And
they
I
say
think
borrowed feathers shine best.
It also mirrors, it also spirals into adulthood.
Yeah, it
but
does.
especially with fashion, I see women saying, okay, just give me your top, please. I'm going for that wedding. It's so important, Shiko. Like, you can't disappoint me. I won't spill anything on it. Come on.
Yeah.
Then you borrow clothes. Also, that's quite a Kenyan.
That's,
And I'm talking about weddings that you just mentioned. Do you ever get this feeling like you're on deja vu, like a rerun? Like
Killer
weddings
wedding.
are just, a lot of them are just
Same
Very
script.
terribly routine.
Yeah.
You just know that pilau is going to be awful. Guys are
Then
going
they're
to
going to
give
dance the same
interminable
style.
speeches.
Isn't that hair making you feel uncomfortable and it's right in front of you like that?
Oh, like this?
Yeah. Okay, I was just checking.
That's a nice way.
Yeah.
I think that's a nice way.
I think Sophia enjoys this.
No,
one.
I'm just looking at you
Like
and I'm
I'm
like,
attacking the wedding. and she just,
Then she moves
no, I'm just looking at you and I'm like,
Another peculiar Kenyan habit.
Yes.
You're talking about one thing, yeah? Like guys are discussing, then someone randomly throws in something. I'm selling Maniolo shoes.
just like that.
Yeah. In some thread of conversation.
Yeah.
Guys are talking about, one topic or the other. Oh, should Somalis be, chased away to Isili? Then another random topic just comes up.
Pops up.
Opportunism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But which are the common phrases, the peculiar phrases, other than otherwise? What else do we hear that is terribly
Those weird,
misused?
repetitive ones. Nayo.
Nayo.
Kuchelewa nayo.
Ah.
It's really annoying.
Yeah.
Kukasirika nayo.
Kwani traffic nayo, someone meeting you driving. Eric, traffic nayo. Take you up. Okay, good day.
And then there's that thing, for me, the spelling.
Traffic.
I don't know when to lose became loose.
Right.
And it's refused to go away.
Yeah, they do that all the time.
Yeah.
It was the LOSE.
Yes, yeah.
This
That
L
O
double
came and
S
just
C.
stuck. Yeah. It's never to lose, it's always loose.
Loose.
Yeah. It's like that's just a loose tongue and
don't
a
get the
loose mind.
difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't get the difference.
By the way is another one.
Yeah?
Oh,
By
by,
the
the
way.
way, Ama, in fact, in fact, what we are planning to do in Thika is, in fact, to just mobilize. Then, in fact, if we move ahead as we are planning, in fact, we should get a lot of funds. And in fact is also another one, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I can't stand that NGO speak.
NGOs, that's right.
You've been to meetings where they say, and now the way forward, and then it's just in that lingo.
Yes.
Yeah, the way forward. We were mobilizing at the grassroots.
The speeches, I think they are written by one person.
Yeah.
All across the board.
Grassroots.
We want to thank you for this wonderful opportunity.
Yeah.
It's very, very similar. But the one that, gets it for me completely, I
Yes.
don't get it. Maybe it's made a word. I don't understand why Kenyans, we've just come from the Easter holidays, a 3 long day holiday.
And I want to continue with that, but let's talk to Samuel first. He's been standing on the line waiting. Samuel, good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for calling. Share with us one of those peculiar Kenyan habits.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I just have one.
Yes.
When I call home, maybe
Yeah.
in Sharks,
Yeah.
and maybe my cousins want me to send them some money,
Mm-hmm.
so I will send them the money,
Mm-hmm.
and then they'll share the number
Yes.
to all my other cousins and uncles. So within a span of 1 hour,
Mm-hmm.
I'll start receiving calls. Aki Sam Senior Kole. So I just find it very
You
interesting.
become the savior of the village.
Yes.
Oh my God. All right.
Samuel must be loaded.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
must
and,
be.
and now his number. I mean,
Yeah.
is this the one?
So
on
what
the-
do you tell them when they start, calling you and everybody's asking for some money?
I just tell them for now,
Yeah.
I don't have, but I just find it peculiar. So within 1 hour, you just send somebody, one cousin,
Yeah.
but now everybody wants wants you to send them.
Thank you, Samuel.
Someone
for sharing
should combat it with another Kenyan peculiar behavior. When they call you, say, hello, I'm driving and there are cops ahead of me. Let me call you back.
By the way, that's another one to get out of any
Everybody always has
situation.
cops ahead of them. I
Cops
can't talk
and
very much. There's a cop and
There's
I'm
a
on
cop.
Mata Road.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. But I cut you short. You were saying something. Yes.
So I was saying, I don't get how Kenyans only have one social activity, and it pisses me off. I was saying we are from Easter, and for 3 days, guys would call you about alcohol.
Yeah.
We are in
alcohol plans
we
are
are
on.
we are in the pub X. We are drinking. So you drink your head off on Friday. You drink your head off on Saturday. You drink again on Sunday because Monday guys were not working. Then now you unlock the hanging on Monday. I just don't get it. I wish we had some social activities.
Yeah, and Smita is laughing because
No,
you're one of these people.
we are in such a unilateral country. That one I'll admit I'm guilty of. But what else? I mean, like I always say, we're not writing. There's nothing else to do.
Which is a problem.
Which is
Na
a
serikali kama wanaangalia watusaidie sana. Tunaomba vitu kama National Park. Ama watu waibe mahali.
Machakos. Nani Machakos? Uhuru Park.
But Machakos, like guys went to Machakos over the past weekend, right?
And Nakuru was big
drinking.
as well.
Yeah, and they were drinking.
And they were drinking. Drinking is always a
it
focus.
It is so annoying, in my opinion. I wish we had other sober activities.
But you're saying that because you do talent development. Yeah, so it's directly in the area of business. But there's nothing else really to do in this country.
We consume is it 3/4 of the alcohol in East Africa.
Yeah.
It just shows you, I mean, really.
Yeah.
But
I'm talking of the opposite people. There's this annoying habit of guys who are like Sundays. You just find when it's on social media, guys are just very religious on a Sunday. Suddenly they are giving inspirational quotes. Yeah, now I'm going to church. Yeah, everyone has a halo over their head on Sunday.
It dawns on them the reality of the Lord is
so
here.
programmed, like every 7 days, Yeah?
But I wish people would spend a little more time learning an art or playing guitar or reading a book, which we don't do very much. Or like we've met on weekends at a Chinese restaurant and you're having lunch.
Yes.
That is nicer than having a beer every day. Nipatie bia ingine tatu. Na mbona weki bia zikifuatana wewe? Tutakosana bana.
Kwani unaona ni kama hakuna pesa hapa?
Baridi moto.
Unaona hakuna pesa hapa?
Unaona tuko na shida ya pesa? No, weka madam ako thirsty.
Yeah.
Akunywe kabisa. Anyway, what were you saying?
Yes. Yeah, true.
That's crazy.
It's true.
I don't like it.
I like the way my friend behind the camera is amused because there's also that flambeau that we have.
Right.
Yeah. Like unafikiri hatuna pesa.
Especially
at
the
start of the month. From Equity.
Yeah, at the start of the month. Guys, suddenly, everyone is a jogo. Wanaona sina pesa. Ebu.
Yeah? And then, even then, Kenyans, another peculiar behavior, who said you have to drink beer at the pitch of dark? Ati sungoje kajioni tukamate kakitu. Why can't you have? Why can't you say you have 2 beers after lunch?
There are laws. There are laws. Kangendo is calling us from Chogora. Let's talk to her. Kangendo, good morning.
You have 2 beers after lunch.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm good.
Thanks for calling. Share with us Kenyan peculiar habits or habit.
Yeah, some people have a tendency of copying the Nigerian.
Good.
Unaona mtu anakuambia have a nice, have a good day.
Thank
True. That has been checking in.
Even the curtains, even the way they talk, they resist their tongues. They say, today my boy is coming. Then
Zinaudi. Thank
you so much, Kagendo, because I've written about it.
Yeah.
I'm excited because that's what I've written about tomorrow in the Wannabes columns. Like a recent habit of copying Nigerians. And then someone thinks they're being funny. Yeah.
So let's talk on Nigeria now. Let's do 2 minutes of Nigeria. So what do you think is irritating my brother? Why are you laughing now? Let's host the show in Nigeria.
No, but you're being humorous, Yeah, but you find someone randomly.
On a very
on a serious issue.
Are you upset now?
Yeah.
What? I'm upset. Get out of here. Like you just made it worse.
Yeah, like again they just said.
Why are you upset now, my Don't you love me?
Oh, what is wrong with you? Is it the wife, my brother? You look very irritated. We need to lay your hands on you and pray. Really? Like, I'll kill you, man.
And if I'm preachers doing it, and they're very amused. I won't even mention a church, but it used to be across the road.
Yeah.
There was one, sometimes I used to, my wife would force me like to go to church occasionally. And you find the woman is very amused. She's a very well-known pastor, but that's like a default mode. Are you feeling happy this Sunday? Oh, yeah. And then people are laughing. And I'm like, I had this 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And that, I love what Kagendo said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is inexistent. We better stick to Yeah.
Oh, that's great, yeah.
Yeah, keep tweeting we'll look at your tweets as they come. But also, we're very interesting end month. There's a peculiar Kenyan habit. All cars will be out, there'll be traffic, the pubs will be full.
They all leave at the same time?
All leave at the same time.
It's crazy. Like, I have a meeting at 8. I have a meeting at 8:30, but I'll just leave at 8. And you know so well. Like, when I was coming here, I understood that if I left, because this show is starting at 7, if I left my house at 6:45, chances I would not be here at 7.
Yeah.
So why don't you then do it earlier?
Yeah.
And then we search. The other thing that ticks me off, we are very discourteous as Kenyans.
True.
Yeah, but have you ever done anything kind, like let somebody pass, or just press the lift, or turn the reverse? You're chilling, a door opens, you're running into the lift, and somebody just looks at you like you. Almost look at them like, save me, I need to get in there because I'm getting late.
I know, and that has
happened
they're just
lingering, like, okay.
They do like this.
Then it closes, then you make it, you look at them like, you think I didn't make it.
But once you've made it, what?
No, I've experienced a lot.
I can see, I can just see the passion and your feeling.
Let's talk to Elvis before we go back to the lifts. Elvis, good morning. Elvis. Hello. Elvis, is that a peculiar Kenyan habit? Right there. How are you? Hello, I can hear you, but barely.
That's probably Elvis Presley calling us from the other one.
But Smita,
I was talking about lifts. For me, like, if you happen to be near where the buttons are, then you find another kage who's big like a googie. He has reached from huko nyuma. He wants to press.
Anakuambia,
excuse.
Instead of just telling you, would you kindly?
And I always tell guys in lifts, I'm like, what are you pushing for? I'm next to the button. Just ask me.
And then we don't say thank you or you're welcome. I see, you say you go to a restaurant and you're having coffee. Guys are very rude to the waitresses. Yeah. And I think it's very bad. Isn't that? Like, yeah. Sasa wewe nani alikwambia sinataka mayai masho? Wewe unajuaje mayai ile nataka si uniulize? Nimesema nataka mayai, wewe unaenda jikoni. Ni mayai gani mimi nataka? Mimi nataka masho. Unajua masho? Sasa wewe uniulizi, unatembea unaenda, hiyo mayai ni wewe utakula. Nyinyi mnanishagazaga sana. Nyinyi ni wajinga. Ni ujinga niitie manager. Sipendi ujinga kama hivi. So I think we should be more courteous.
But on the reverse, the other day I was watching the Champions League, Chelsea Atletico. I'm not going to go into that. But I left my vodka. I was so anxious I'd left like, half of a half.
Okay.
I just left that place. And when I came back, like 5 minutes later, I was in a cab. I was like, hey, about Rudy. Yeah, that's like a 5 song.
Right.
I go back and I find the waiter has put my vodo inside a bottle of mineral water and he has mixed it with water. And he's already sipped it.
Okay, that is that place peculiar habit. Let's speak to Samuel. Samuel, good morning.
Morning too.
Thank you for calling. Share with us any habit you know about, you've experienced.
Okay, I've only one about Kenyan peculiar habit. Making false statements, inverted news, and they pretend to be know-it-all person. For instance, we know what's happening in the country, in Italy, Garissa, Mombasa.
True.
They happen to be a fire bar somewhere. They start saying, oh, there's a Juliet somewhere, 4 have been killed, oh, I don't know what. They give false statement before the real statement have been published by the authorities. And they make it look real.
Yeah.
Very real,
Yes.
And they know very well there's a fire bar and electricity default somewhere.
Yeah.
That becomes very embarrassing.
It Yes, thank you. Thank you, Samu, for sharing.
I couldn't agree more.
True.
Kenyans love concocting stories. Like when the Westgate happened.
Yeah.
Wasn't everybody at Westgate? Oh my God! Like you know, I was just crossing the road, yeah.
Yeah.
Like just to enter. Like I'm always at Art Cafe on Saturdays around 10ish to midday. So I'm walking like this. Then I hear Tua. I'm like, wow. Everyone was at Westgate.
Yeah.
They love to lie. Like, yeah, even me, by the way. That day, so I leave Ungem. So I'm just telling him, I'm like, I have to pity a Westgate a bit. And then now on my way, my text goes like, bzz, bzz. And then I'm like, wow, imagine it's Westgate, so I just decide to go to Tao.
Yeah.
Kenyans love to ongeza chumvi. You'll be amazed how many people are in front of
It's
Pangani.
true.
Everyone has had a close shave. They'll break news before KTN. Yeah, they just know what's down, exactly what's going
happening.
on. Yeah.
And also with Alcoblow coming back, and we've been watching some of the videos and what happens. I think we're very quickly forming a new peculiar habit of responses. What are some of the interesting ones you've seen? Because I think the last clip I saw, I've seen several. One was running away. He was arrested. They always deny, especially the very drunk ones. They're always denying both. You know,
But then, that really cracks me up. Every time I'm driving at night and a cop comes to try and smell, they have a very weird way of ascertaining whether you're drunk or not. So he taps his head into your car.
Yes.
So you have to mumble. If you have to be like, then they get
yes.
But it's very weird, isn't it? Like, why would you have to? Because I can open the window, like Sema, then look away. So they have to smell your mouth to detect whether or not you're drunk.
Yeah, but that's
another formula.
They're in your face. You're like, is this some gay cop?
And
because I mean the guy is just like here. It's just
But Sophie,
I'm talking about cops. I like no. This is just a traffic habit. I'm not.
Okay.
You know.
Yes.
I mean, Kenya is such a strange place. This dichotomy between like police and traffic lights, like they brought in all these things that count down, and then they're just there. They are purposeless. Yeah.
But did you see the weekend, the time when they were allowed to work? It was, I remember it was Friday. It was end of month, and the governor decided, okay, let's do a try. Let's see how it goes. It was chaotic. We need those guys.
Part of what Kenyans are very strange at is not obeying traffic rules. You see somebody just speeding past a red light.
Yeah.
It's normal.
Yeah.
In fact, when I'm always at a red light stop, the guys hoot by me like, where? So I'm like, lights. Like, then they do this and overtake me. So it's very weird. But then again, let's not just talk about the very shallow stuff. There's other very serious stuff. It's only in Kenya, I think, and viewers can correct me if I'm wrong, where a young lady would openly tell her friends and even her male friends, unajua hata kama kameoa mtu tukue tu na yeye. Kenyan women love to date married men openly.
Okay.
Which is a peculiar behavior. I think someone is married, they don't see anything wrong with it at all. Haki, kwani ufanya wapi ni wa UN? Haki si uniunganishie haki.
What do you think? Do you agree? Before you talk, Lodrick in Kakamega is calling us. Lodrick, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for calling. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Lodrick from Kakamega, PTH Kakamega, by the way.
Thank you.
I'm wondering now, in Kenyan ladies, now everybody is now pink. I wonder what happened to our natural color of a chocolate, the black beauties we have. Everybody in town is now pink, bleaching herself.
Okay.
Is that in Kakamega?
Even the men are now following the same. What happened?
Is that happening in Kakamega?
Everybody is now turning to be pink.
Oh my.
You wonder what happens. Are they becoming albinos?
No. This Lodrick is part of the people we are talking about.
Okay,
I'm tired.
Thank you for calling.
No, Sophia. No, I have to attack Lodrick a bit.
Yeah.
In this sense,
gently.
Yes, very gently. What's this thing, especially after Lupita on? What's this thing against yellow? Yeah, I despise that thing. All the time at TCG, black is beautiful. Why do you have a weave? Yeah, like it's fashionable to talk about that. Chicks shouldn't be slim. Yeah, everyone should have a big derriere. we've argued about this even on other shows about social.
Derry?
Yeah, Derry.
All right.
Okay. We'll learn some French.
Bam.
Yeah.
All right. Saying it as it
but
is.
like Lodrick, that's a very sort of cliche
But there
thought.
are those who do it, but I don't think it's to that extent that it's alarming. It's not
But
a
I don't think it
peculiar
affects you in
habit.
any way. I don't think somebody being very yellow would affect your income or paying your rent. You can avoid them altogether if you don't like some brown skin.
Yeah.
But how
So I don't
come
think
guys
it's a
attack
peculiar
that?
habit.
No, it is. Have you
it?
ever done anyone attacking someone for being dark?
Oh no, I think attacking
they're
is
just-
a peculiar habit.
Yes.
Yes.
But
Yes.
all you can just leave them. They want to be green, light yellow. It's upon them. Let
I've
them
had
be.
people who've asked me, okay, one person at the Sophia Bleach herself.
Yeah. No, I've had that
strange.
before, yeah.
You have, yeah? That's so strange, because what's this obsession?
Yes, I have a number. Call her and ask her. Let me just call her. In fact, I put on loudspeaker. Sophia.
Next time when you are on air, we'll do this, and suddenly utaanza kuona tu,
Yeah, utaanza kuona the real color.
darkness.
The
like,
darkness.
yeah.
But as I was saying,
Yeah.
I think it's equally a peculiar, strange habit as a single lady or to want to date a married man. I think we should go back to virtues and respecting the sanctity of marriage and things like that, which is a topic for another day
seem to
altogether.
agree.
Yeah.
Which is
You don't seem to agree.
No, because my friend Ngugi is sounding here very sanctimonious.
No,
like that's a peculiar habit. Like women dating married men. How is that even uniquely Kenyan?
I think it is.
No. Like I
No,
said,
it's not. Have you watched Being Mary Jane?
Yes, I have.
It's and which
Have you been to
shows
No, I haven't.
the show captures
Yes.
majority of the women and what would
you are a
happen.
successful guy in
Quite a
any
number of
country.
majority.
Any. It's not a peculiar. This is just a.
There's a
global
tweet
thing,
here
yeah?
about,
Yes.
and I hate this one. I find it annoying. Kamau Njeri talks about chewing a toothpick even when you have taken, food in a public place, or even if you haven't, just having that toothpick.
Hanging down,
Apparently,
then
it
it does
indicates you've eaten some nyama choma somewhere or whatever. I find that annoying, actually.
And then guys come back to the office. Yeah. Okay. And our office, we never see that, do we? But you'll find someone at 4. They ate lunch maybe at 1 o'clock. That toothpick is still here. Yeah?
I know.
It's just a dangling. It's like an accessory. It's just dangling here at 4 o'clock. Bado uko tu na
Toothpick.
You're playing with it. Yeah. You put it down. You take
Kayamba.
something.
Kayamba is calling us. Let's talk to Kayamba. Good morning, Kayamba.
Good morning, guys.
Thanks for calling. Share with us your experience.
First of all, I want to applaud you guys for your sincerity.
Thank you.
Smita.
Smita.
Hii tabia hii ya kuweka TV on alafu nataka kujisikia when you're calling live in studio, hii ni tabia mbaya sana.
True. I
You have
face
to
that a
listen to
lot.
yourself.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
So hiyo ni tabia mbaya sana. That's a typical Kenyan bad habit. Have a good day, guys.
Thank you, Kayamba. Have a great day.
Like raising the volume when you're calling.
It's true
man.
when you're calling. And what are you doing with your phone, Smita? This is another. He has a peculiar habit. He's the only guest who comes to the show and always has his phone.
No, but this is a peculiar habit. I keep it on because it always amazes me. Like today, I've gotten 2 texts. Like we are seeing you on TV.
That's also it. Even mine is buzzing.
Yeah.
People do that.
You-
It's like
you-
they imagine
your
utasema, oh,
Yeah.
hold on, let me stop. Hello? Ninafanya show.
Yeah.
Yes, KTN.
Yeah.
Okay. Wacha nimalize.
Kwani unaoa chukua wapi?
Kwani
Murang'a?
unaoa? Okay.
Uko Murang'a kuna
You
stima.
know?
Sasa
I
hebu
know.
nitie shosho alafu siwezi waona lakini anaweza
Siwaoni.
niona.
Lakini mnaniona? Okay.
Yeah, it's-
KTN. But it's very true what Hayamba said, because most of the times you have to tell the viewer, reduce sauti kwa TV tukusikie.
Yes.
Nataka
Because they
kusikia kwa
shout.
TV.
Cheki niko karibu kupigia KTN. Sasa mtanisikia
sauti.
nikiongeza sauti. Hebu ongeza sauti. Hello.
Mama nani ongeza?
Ati mbona msikii? Nirudishe. Sasa wanaharibu.
Yeah.
And I like that this one has reduced, but I know it used to be a problem.
Which one?
Like guys go out on the street, maybe you're shooting something, and then there's a crowd.
Oh, it happens. Yes.
It's
Has it
still there.
Still
reduced?
there.
Yeah.
It has
I don't
not
know. Sophia is in a
reduced. It has
position
not
to tell
reduced.
us.
Especially when you go to Nairobi, they're kind of now into
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
When you go to the different towns and
the
you're standing there
bundles.
doing a PTC, my word, like you just better have it together. Otherwise, if those people
What's a
who will
PTC?
panic,
Just tell viewers
piece to
quickly.
camera.
Yes.
A sign off when you see the report and their story, saying
Yes.
whatever.
Yes.
So you
Yes.
stand there, people just come.
Yeah.
wanakuangalia. And so the idea of it is to be behind or at a place where, you know, tells
then
the
they're
story.
always fighting.
You know?
But the other one, which is also in line with what we are saying, is Kenyans are very weird. When there's an accident, mtu wa baiskeli ameanguka, everybody just says, amekufa. And then they surge. Like,
yes.
Hajakufa? Wow. And then everybody wants to give a witness report. It's
Let's
like a cool thing.
Stanley from Thika. Stanley, good morning.
Hi, morning.
Thanks for calling. Go ahead.
Yeah. I just wanted to comment on what you guys are talking about.
Okay.
Hello?
Yes, we hear you.
Yeah, you got me there when you talked of traffic. Niko kwa traffic na kuna cops hapo mbele. That actually really got me.
Yeah.
I also wanted to add on this. There is Kenyan peculiar habit whereby nowadays all newborns are given some posh names.
Yeah.
Like when movies Ikisha, Kasia movies, Triana.
Yes.
Tough, crazy names. But you never find one giving a local name.
Yeah.
Mutiso, Otieno.
Yes.
Juguna.
Yeah.
There's no yapi who will give such a name.
Very true, Stanley. Very true. Spot on that one. Thank you for watching and for calling. Because you remember, after Obama became president, you know, all the Obamas that emerged after that. That happens quite a bit.
Especially in Luo Nyanza. It's not only an Obama. They've been called, they named their children over incidences like Baby Asinya Atieno.
Oh, gosh.
Or like Pangani Onyango.
Really?
Yes, like an incident, like it's just so bizarre. So something happening right about the same time somebody's given birth, and then just say, George Saitoti Owino. I'm like, really? George Saitoti Owino?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, Eric, well. Leave Luo Nyanza alone.
Yes.
The names I find peculiar are the ones, leave alone those ones. That's flamboyance and lifestyle. I like especially young ladies, the ones who give birth, just when they're just barely legal, you know, like 19, 20-year-olds, 21. The names are always, you know, Shanice,
Shaniqua.
Tiffanina, like from bad black American movies,
Shaniqua.
Shaniqua
is the one. It's the worst.
Just a ghetto name,
Twain?
Twain
or Dwayne. Or Wade. Like, his name is Wade. Kamau.
But you know, you alluded to this when it comes to Kenyans and crowds, because this really I find peculiar. Even like when you had an attack, a bombing, people run to where that incident has happened. You even at Westgate, police on day 1, 2, 3 had to use tear gas to disperse people.
They want to be bombed.
They want to be there, and they don't understand. You know, even when there was fire in town, one of the building was on fire. Everybody's just coming to see.
Then the love report. I think most Kenyans should be reported. Siwezi ongea sasa, niko hapa kwa moto. Hujasikia mambo ya Westgate? Hujasikia mambo ya Westgate? Hizo ni gunshots. Niko hapo katika.
Kwa hapo, unaniona?
Unaona, angalia KTN kila mahali utaona. In fact, watu wa KTN nimeongea nao. Angalia, weka tu KTN. Weka sasa. So unaniona kwa simu? Milipuko hapa iko maajabu. Yaani acha nikupigie, acha tushughulike.
And it's not rescue efforts.
It's just watching.
The English have an expression, rubbernecking. You're just rubbernecking just around the scene. Because really, what are you going to see?
It's true. It's very peculiar. Another caller we have online is John. Good morning.
Good morning, Sophie.
Good. Thanks for calling. Talk to us.
Okay, there's this the habit of Kenyans. Whenever you are in a hurry, you are walking along the street or maybe in a pub, you meet a group of people just standing at the middle of the pub. They start even sitting at the middle of the pub. Or maybe they are walking along the paths on the street, and you are in a hurry. They just block they just move us in a line, blocking the other people who are behind. I find that much annoying.
All right, thank you for calling in. Interesting. Kenyans are very interesting, including this one I'm seeing here, Ngerf CEO on Twitter. The last minute rush, yet they had a lot of time. There's this poor planning. Procrastinators is one, but also just rushing against them always. Nakam, 20 minutes away. niko hapa kwa kona.
Yeah, that's a huge one. Lying unnecessarily. Sasa wewe uko junction ya mbele ama nyuma? Mimi mbona nikudanganye na nilifika kitambo. Siko na gari ya black. Uko wapi? Umevaa blue and you're in Rongai shower.
The shower water is running. There's one that gets to me. It's like this habit of kukua na njaa. Yeah. Someone was complaining to me the other day about Jumbo Jet. I mean this KQ thing. There's no food. Yeah,
Dreamliner.
It's 40 minutes. Yeah, those guys, they're so cheap. Yeah, which is where they are cheap.
Yeah.
But someone wants to eat. Yeah, yeah. Like you must be eating all the time. When you go on a long bus journey, towards Western Kenya, especially towards Luhyaland, suddenly there's a food fest that is exploding around you. Yeah,
Njugu.
Yeah, guys are opening, kanzus. Yeah, they're opening lesos, the bananas. Yeah, mtu amebeba chakula. The whole journey, it's just stinking. The place is like a mobile kiosk. Yeah, chai imebebwa hapa kwa thermos, inamwagwa. A baby is being breastfed.
It's chaotic.
And people are just eating, and then more people guys are selling bananas outside. Yeah. Inside you're being sold for sweets. I'm like,
and
that's only chicken should eat like that. Because chicken have got.
And also when you're talking about the calls, lying openly in front of people.
Yes.
Like I'm here and I'm like, I'm in studio with you, and you're hearing me taking this call. I'm like, apana, niko Limuru.
Yeah.
And everyone around is hearing.
And in fact,
and you're, so it's on. Like the other day I was at the gym and this lady was calling her boss. She's like, and nimetoka kuona daktari, and we're working out with her. Amesema tu niko na bed rest.
And then she does the whole character thing.
And she talks after she's like, mami usijali, nimechoka leo nataka tu, because even she felt it, like, why are you lying?
And then you're committing such a huge lie.
Yeah.
They don't care about being trusted or being held accountable by the person sitting next to them.
Yeah.
And they're so comfortable. Someone said, Atishaba. Tuko kwa shamba sasa tunaangalia.
I know. Because I feel so awkward, like I'm lying and everyone just can hear.
And then they just put on the phones and say, anyway, utatuwekea chai, and then they're like, what about these people who are seeing you lie?
Victor,
Sophia, when you said, when you talked about the gym, just before you tell us about Victor, then there are these people for being like hypochondriacs,
Yes.
Like just being sick. I saw it on, someone mentioned it in a tweet.
Yeah.
Someone has a common cold, a very just kawaida thing, and he's like, nakufa.
By the way, being overdramatic, yes.
Yeah, just melodramatic and just pretending. Yeah. I'm so sick.
Yeah.
Eric, akimina kuambie, mina kufa.
Yeah.
And Victor says about this one, which is interesting, bargaining even the cheapest stuff. Yes. Like hii shati ya 100, we, si niliona na hapa nchini wanauza 60 bob.
Yes.
Like you lie, we inakuanga 20 bob. Like bargaining kabisa. But I also think, and people always will feel that they'll never be honest with you and tell you the correct price. So I have that tendency.
Even beginning, 50.
Maybe it's with chicks. That thing drives me up the wall.
Because I always believe you can get a better price.
I don't enjoy that transaction because it's so exaggerated.
Why?
Even today with the kakab guy, I live there. Yeah, you can see I'm in a hurry. It's like, umechelewa. Then suddenly he's adding 2 sock. I was like, Mwangi, I'm just going to go. Then like, now kasirikanga. Teopendi kubagin. You're buying shades on Uruewe. Sometimes I buy those cheap shades.
Yes.
They're just a sock. But someone has looked at it and decided they're 800.
Yeah.
So that you have got that long conversation. I dislike it.
Yeah, usually you're trying to gongami or even probably saying double the amount. So yeah.
So you enjoy that social transaction.
You're
to end the kazi.
As we wind up, your thoughts on this peculiar habits, because I think there are some, generally it's human beings, it's their nature. Some of those we've discussed peculiar to us as Kenyans. But I guess, as we're talking about Kenya at 50, we're making 50 years of independence. We are Kenya. We are one people. You're parting short.
I think they're negative, peculiar habits, and some are just very interesting.
Yes.
Like you can't start beating somebody to say honestly. or Peugeot or sachet.
That's fine.
So you just have to live with it. Take it. Nipe sachet nne. So like, okay, yeah, you're forced. But if they're weird and straining relationships, then you might want to change and fix them. Yeah, but you know, it makes us all Kenyan, and it's beautiful sometimes.
True. There are negative and positives, or just funny.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, it makes it an interesting country because, you know, if we didn't have these peculiar habits, we'd be like one of those very polite Mzungu societies, yeah, where everything is correct and everybody's well spoken.
Yeah.
So they're peculiarly us, and it just makes the country a bit more interesting, albeit annoying.
Annoying.
Yes, annoying.
I know, can be annoying,
yes.
but I like, you know, that some really are negative. We might laugh about them, and people laugh about them. Even comedians, I find that a lot of the stuff they'll make jokes out of is really sad stuff that should not be happening. But hey, the peculiar Kenyan habits definitely making us Kenyan, part of our DNA, I guess. Thank you, gentlemen, for being with us this morning. Much appreciated. And thank you for watching, those who called in, tweeted, and I'll definitely be retweeting and sampling some of your tweets later on. Amazing stuff you've also got to contribute this morning.